Okay, Hanukkah is upon us soon, so I want to talk about Hanukkah a little bit. When the Jews first built and inaugurated the Mishkan, the tabernacle in the desert, so what happened was the princes of every tribe made a beautiful donation, very, very deep what they donated, but they gave as part of themselves, and they came to Hashem, and they came to Moshe. They said, Moshe, we want to donate this to Hashem, and Hashem accepted it, and it was a beautiful, beautiful inauguration. Now, every tribe, his leader did this, and every tribe therefore celebrated the inauguration of the tabernacle, except for one tribe. One leader of the tribe did not do it. Who was that? It was Aaron. Aaron Cohen didn't bring for the Levites. And the question is why? Why didn't he do it? Strange. Now, he doesn't do it for some reason, and then yet the next beginning part of the next parsha says that God tells Aaron the laws of lighting the candelabra, the menorah, in the Mishkan. And the Medrash says that this was a reward to Aaron. Now, Aaron felt bad when he didn't bring this offering that all the other tribes did, and he became despondent, felt bad about it. Did I mess up my whole tribe? So Hashem said, "Don't worry, your reward is even greater. You're gonna light candles in the Mishkan. You're gonna light the candles, and that's greater because that goes forever. The inauguration was one thing, but this goes on forever." Now, there's an obvious question, which is the lighting of the candles in the Mishkan or in the temple did not go forever because the temple was destroyed. We don't do that right now. So what does that mean? And also, second of all, why did Aaron not bring the offering? Then why did God tell him it's okay and comfort him, reward him? He apparently did the wrong thing. So the Ramban Nachmanides says the reason why Hashem comforted Aaron and said, "Don't worry, your lighting will go forever." It wasn't talking about the lighting in the temple itself only. Yeah, that would go, but even when the temple would be destroyed, the lighting would still happen because it's talking about the lighting of Hanukkah. Aaron's descendants were the Maccabees, was the Hashmonaim. They were the ones who fought the war, and they were the ones who lit the menorah in the Beit Hamikdash, the temple, and they're the ones who brought this lighting that's going on forever. Okay, beautiful. But it still doesn't answer why didn't Aaron himself think of the idea? And what was the consolation? I said, okay, so they'll light the Hanukkah candle. Maybe they shouldn't, because maybe you should have brought it. And the answer is like this. Imagine you live in a place where in the old days there was a king and a royal kingdom, and it's a very powerful, amazing king. And one day you make it up to the door of the palace, you bang on the door, and they say, "Who is it?" They said, "It's me. I brought a strawberry shortcake for the king." Who are you? Is your name on the list? Well, get out of here. That was Aaron's svara. Aaron said, "Wait a minute. Who am I to go and to make this offering?" As a matter of fact, there were parts of the offerings that the princes, the Nisim, very tribe offered that were not normal offerings. They offered the incense offering. That's not a voluntary offering. Various things they did were not right, and Hashem accepted it. So Aaron said, "Wait a minute. If God tells me to bring an offering, I will. But who am I to go knock on the door and say, here it is?" That was Aaron's thought pattern. Now, the truth is, it's really based on something very, very deep, going back in the beginning of time. Adam and Chava's first children were Cain and Hevel, Cain and Abel. And we know that Hevel brought an offering that was accepted, and Cain's was not accepted, and therefore he was jealous, and one reason he killed him. But what people don't realize is the idea to bring the offering was only Cain's. Hevel would not have thought of it on his own. He saw that Cain brought it, and it wasn't accepted because it was wrong, and then he thought, okay, maybe I'll do it too. But why did Cain think of it and not Hevel? And the answer is, if you look at the word Cain is the word kinyan, an acquisition, something. Chava said, I've acquired, I've made a man with God. God is now, we're partners, and we've given the body, Hashem's given the soul. So it's an acquisition. And that was the way Cain looked at himself. I am an important person. I can do things. I can bring offerings. I can change the world. And that way it's positive. The negative side is when you think, and I'm in charge, then that leads to jealousy, kinna, which is the same root of the word, jealousy, as the word to acquire, because it's mine. I need control. That was the positive and negative kind. Now, Hevel had his own positive and negative. On one hand, Hevel was humble. Hevel means vapor. What am I? What do you think I am? I was a created entity out of nothing, and therefore, it's not, who am I? And that's humility, that's positive. However, it's also negative. When you don't feel you can make a difference in the world, then you don't do it. And that's why Hevel never would have thought to bring the offering. That was the issue at hand here. That Aaron, on one hand, was saying, who am I? Now, he didn't bring the offering, and then Hashem consoles him. Because when Aaron saw the offering was accepted of the other princes, he said, maybe I'm misplaced. Maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Hashem said, no. You have true humility. The reason why you didn't do is only for good reasons. And I'm going to prove it to you. There is in you the aspect that when you need to stand up and say, I need to make a difference, you will do it. Where do we see that? In Aaron's descendants, the Kohanim in the time of Chanuka. There was this ragtag bunch of rabbis who had the audacity to stand up, to make a difference, to fight against the superpower of the world when they were threatened and the Torah was threatened. That's unbelievable. That is that quality. It's the quality of saying, no, I do make a difference when it's the right thing to do. And that was the comfort God said to him. Your descendants will light the Hanukkah candles, which represents the ability of a human being to stand up and say, I can make a difference. I must make a difference. That's even how they were able to beat the Greeks, because the Greeks' quality was their audacity. They were compared in the vision of Daniel to the leopard. They're brazen. The Maharal says, you know why they're brazen? Because they had wisdom. And they said, wow, we're superior to other people. And they had that quality of the mind and their brazenness. And now the Kohanim had to take brazenness and use it in holiness. It's called chutzpah, the chutzpah of Kedusha, audacity of Kedusha, and stand up for what's true. And that's what they did. That's why the Tzaddik masters say, after they won the war of Hanukkah, we don't find any more great Greek philosophers. Why was that? Because they took the greatness, the power of the human mind in all of its glory, which was by the Greeks. They took that and they used it to use the human mind to understand the infinite Torah and to connect to the ultimate source of everything. All the best.